Hello everyone, it's Call Rain or Call Rain Tarot here on YouTube. Today we're going to do kind of like a shuffling conversational tarot reading. I wanted this to be a little bit more casual but also open-ended so that any messages that you need to hear can come through and we can kind of tell a story in chronology of maybe an event that's happened in your life or just something to be on the lookout for, anything like that. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I've already set the intention that this incense here that's burning, I'm sure you've seen the smoke, is going to protect the space and create a really warm and vibrant energy to this reading. And then the white candle that I lit is going to also represent just purity, clarity of thought and speech, and it's just going to protect the space as well. And then I have a tiger's eye piece here, again for more protection, so that this is only going to allow for messages of our higher alignment and greatest good to come through. And then we have the selenite wand, which is again for that clarity and for the purity of speech, thought, and all of the intentions that we've set. And then angel light for connecting to our angels or guides, our divine wisdom. So I want to introduce the piles a little differently today. So I'm going to introduce them via stone, and I've already pulled them. So we have moonstone for pile 1. And I'll let you get a good look at this so that if it calls to you, you can do that. So pile 1 will be the moonstone, and that will be in the description as usual. And then for pile 2, we're gonna have this fire opal, and this fire opal is kind of a peachy, warm, I'm trying to show you the like rainbow part right here because there are a couple like those opal pieces, but this is going to be for pile 2. And then pile 3 is this snowflake obsidian. It's very shiny, dark, but fun, flowery almost. Okay. So all of the timestamps will be in the description, and I'm going to start getting into pile 1's energy so that we can start doing the shuffling. So I'll see you there. Hello pile 1. So if you selected pile 1 or this moonstone, then this is going to be our like conversational, casual, just any messages that want to come through for spirit or just telling a story. So I'm feeling for you, pile 1, we're going to be telling more of a story. I feel that this is a past event that has recently kind of almost like you've been stuck on this event. You've just been going over what happened over and over. We're gonna leave this kind of open, so any people that come through, I may, like if this is about a person, I do feel a lot of you, this is like a one-on-one experience with another person that has been coming through. But before I get too much into the messages, I want to spray the space, cleanse the space. And that's a nice lavender sage scent. So now that we've done that, I can put this to the side, and I'm gonna lead you in a little bit of breath work so that you can get really in touch with your intuition before I start shuffling. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One last one. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, now that we're all connected in with our bodies, with our intuition, with our mind, hopefully any clouds that have been in your mind, any fog, have left so that you can receive the message clearly. So let's start shuffling. And I just want, as I tap all of the energy that may have been excess or from other readings, to leave. And immediately the first card that I saw was the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, it's on the bottom. So this is talking about how it's affecting your future, how this event may have influenced your stability in the world. And then we have the 5 of Swords too, which says loss. So this is again that past and future kind of mingling together. 2 of Swords, uncertainty. So we are not able to see where we're going. Again, yeah, that is that future energy, that like the seeds that we've sown, because the Seven of Pentacles keeps staying on the bottom. Oh, 6. I read it wrong. So that is forward, but 6 of Pentacles, excuse me, it says generosity. This may be feeling that you've been exploited in the past by somebody, and it led to thought patterns that are uncomfortable, undesirable for you. And this is maybe even like mental illness, like depression, anxiety, like extreme panic disorder. I'm feeling there's this like existential dread that kind of goes in with this pile. Yeah, and we have the High Priestess. So this is like something that you may be experiencing on a karmic level, or on a level that has to do with like your energy body, your astral body, the getting you in touch with your spirituality. You may be, it's almost like, I'm getting the idea, okay, it's like the darkest before the dawn, right? So right before things get better, they get infinitely worse sometimes. Or like when it rains, it pours. It's all these cliches that are coming through. Things may be extremely difficult for you. And yeah, and we have the Fool in reverse. You know that you need to go on a new path. You know that you need, these are honestly 2 very powerful cards to come up right here. You know that the past, the things that you've left behind, need to stay there. And it's very frustrating and intimidating for you to feel like this fool, to feel that all of the warnings that you've received from Spirit are accurate, because you're not seeing the fruits of your labor here. And we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse as well. You may be throwing yourself into some kind of like work project, or into new projects in general, because you're trying to forget what has happened in the past. And it also may be somewhat of like a coping mechanism, because of the like mental illness stuff that you may be dealing with. And I don't want to disempower you and like use the term illness or anything. I just think that sometimes I don't have better language for it, excuse me. So not to say that you're like sick, or that you have anything that you need to fix. And also I apologize for any background noise. I don't really have control of that, but anything that you feel like you need to fix in your life is something that I feel is like maybe challenges. I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about with the depression and the anxiety and that kind of stuff. So, and then we have 3 of Cups, celebration. You know that if you enter on this journey, you're going to feel a lot better. 3 is also a creation number. 3 is a number where 2 things come together and make up something completely new. Something that maybe is the start of a journey. So I really do think that you're trying to turn over a new leaf. And we have the Queen of Wands, creativity. This is definitely, I feel, because the Queen of Pentacles just came out in the last cutting, and the Queen of Wands is coming out here, and it says creativity, and comfort was on the Queen of Pentacles. This is you really stepping into your receptivity with Spirit, with Source. Source is going to be giving you that divine inspiration. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody that knows that they're awesome. The Queen of Wands is somebody who can go out and take on those awesome projects and invest in themselves. The Queen of Wands is also sometimes signifying somebody who's self-employed, or someone who is self-employed in a way that like maybe other people haven't been in the past. So like you could be an entrepreneur in some form that is like, it's almost like you are doing something different, because then yeah, Ace of Wands, inspiration. You are, okay, so sorry, I'm gonna explain a little bit more of where I'm coming from with this Queen of Wands before I shuffle, because the Queen of Wands is somebody who, if we're gonna go on gender, like if a woman were to have gone out and started a business in the 1900s, like early 1900s, she wouldn't have been respected. Nobody would have taken her business seriously. So what I'm getting at here is that you are looking at past paradigms of people who have been in a position similar to you, and seen those people have not been respected. Those people have not been seen as a channel of divine inspiration and something to move forward the collective consciousness, to help people embrace their creative self. I feel that this is some kind of like business for a lot of you, or like endeavor that has to do with a really important part of your like soul purpose and your life purpose in this lifetime. And so that's why it's so scary for you, and that's why you've had so much back and forth with your like mental state at the beginning, because this Ace of Wands, this inspiration comes to us exactly when we can handle it. And sometimes we're like, are you sure, like, Source, you're choosing me to communicate this beautiful message? Like, why am I the one that is chosen, you know? And again, Eight of Wands, journey. This is the communication to you, the Queen of Wands. It's so much of that passionate energy. It's embarking on something new. Eight of Wands also could signify, I like to see it kind of as like an online communication type of a card. I see this more if it comes up for me as like someone emailing me or texting me or calling me or something. It doesn't have to be, but I'm seeing that some of you could be starting that online business, like something that is more based on the collective on an online platform. So also, this is just for swift movement, so things may pick up really quickly once you dedicate yourself to doing this. Oh, death, transformation. Yes, once you start letting go of that old version of yourself, and once you start letting yourself not identify so much with the version of you that is struggling, the version of you that feels that you are not equipped, that feels that you cannot go after what you need. This is the version of you that is afraid of rebirth. In order to rebirth, you have to find death first. You have to allow the old to die. You have to bury it. You have to cut it away. And I'm not here to tell you that you have to do anything, even though I did say have to. This is more of the inevitability when I'm using the words have to here, and the recognition that certain processes can only exist once we allow other ones to take place first. For example, you can't expect to live in a really comfy house without doing the work to go find it. Like if you're house hunting, you can't expect that movement to happen without doing your research first, without meeting a realtor, without knowing where you want to live, having those kind of constructs. Spirit's going to give you what you need. Powerful change. Spirit's going to give you what you need once you kind of set your boundaries, set your limitations for yourself first. Say, what am I currently operating on, and what can I do to make it more defined, to understand what I need? So another shuffle. What's on the bottom? Ten of Swords again. So this is again endings. And then I just cut to Angel of Peace, Temperance. So I think that this is also distributing your time properly. You may be somebody that struggles, because I'm getting the sense that you may struggle from lack of motivation, especially with that Fool coming up earlier. It's that hesitation to begin, to recognize that you are a very strong and inspired person. You have all this fire energy. You have so much passion that you can put into your projects. You just need to allow the old to die. Allow these... I feel that some of you, when you were younger, you may have had parents or grandparents, just people you looked up to in your family that told you, no, you can't do that. Or they really, this is deep-seated rebellious energy. You could also have strong Aquarius, or just check where Aquarius is in your chart. If you're younger, it's probably going to be in those outer placements as well. So that Neptune energy, that like spiritual connection, it just maybe, I feel that you may feel detached from spirit a lot of times, and so that's why it's harder for you to believe in yourself when you're called to do these beautiful and grand things in your life. I kind of want to end it on this Temperance, because I do feel that this is an extremely powerful energy of that, finding that balance within yourself and that motivation. Okay, it may be difficult for you to find motivation because you're spending so much energy, spending so much time on these things that, like, not to say that sleeping is bad for you, but like if you stay in bed all day every day, or if you're just sluggish and you're not putting your all into situations, it's because you're not taking enough time to actually rest. So if you're resting a lot more than normal, but you're not feeling rested, it may be because you're not letting your mind rest. And that's why I think we started with all those swords energies, and then that 10 of swords to end. You got the ace and the 10 of swords, that victory of that defeating those mental thoughts, getting all the way through that cycle. I feel that you're coming through that cycle, and you're going to end on this temperance because you're going to find that self-discipline and find the motivation and the courage to go after what you want and be that Queen of Wands and like invest in yourself. So I want to finish with some of the dream interpretation oracle cards, because I do think that our dreams tell us a lot about what happens in our waking life. And these cards are going to just kind of describe maybe some motifs or things to watch out for in our everyday life. And I am going to use the guidebook for this one because I have not yet gotten to memorize what each card can kind of signify yet. So let's pull one for you. Loneliness. Yeah. This is again going back to the beginning. It's sorting out your, okay. I was getting the idea that there's a lot of like depressive energy or some kind of more complex mental challenge that's going on, like emotional challenge. It's very much tied into your emotional body as well and affecting your physical, because I'm feeling that your physical's not being taken care of as well as it could have, because it's stopping here. All of your energy is stopping in your head and keeping and preventing you from having the motivation. Someone who's healthy has the motivation because they've taken care of their physical body and their mental body and their emotional body first. So this loneliness is, I feel, reminiscent of like hermit energy and possibly that temperance energy that we finished with here, because again, this person, you see they're looking into the future. You know that you have a bright and strong and brilliant future for you with that Queen of Wands energy coming out again in my mind. You know that you can invest in yourself, but you have to take the time in the first place to feel this loneliness. Let's look at a couple like keywords for this card. This is card 28, which is a 10 of swords, the ending, the death again. So we have, where is it? Meditation, contemplation, freezing, withdrawal, searching for others. I do feel that you're looking for inspiration. You're trying to see, okay, am I doing everything right? It's like a lot of checking. I think that if you took a day to just unplug, and like I said, I'm not telling you you have to do anything. I'm just giving suggestions of what I might do or what I'm picking up on. I think that you need that kind of like kick in the tush by yourself and to connect in with yourself. So unplugging, getting off social media, just sitting with yourself and being like, what am I passionate about? What do I care about? What has spirit been trying to tell me to do in my life? What do I need to work on? Asking yourself questions is really going to help you. And it's also going to help you understand, like, maybe the people that you've had around, like, are they time wasters for you? Not to say that, like, people have to be, you know, you can't enjoy the presence of other people, but have there been people that you've been investing your time in that maybe it's like, I don't know, not a waste, but it's not where you want to go. There's no long-term goal, and maybe they're wasting time on you as well. Maybe they're using you as an outlet or entertainment or something like that. So really taking a good look at where you're at. So I think that that's it. I don't think I really need to pull anything else for you. I honestly hope that you find that like self-confidence within yourself, pile one. You guys have so much stuff that you're about to walk into. I feel that like with that death card coming out, the dark is almost gone. Like you are almost gonna turn over a new leaf. You're gonna really invest in yourself and find that self-love. So I was very honored to read for you today. I want to thank your higher guides of wisdom, ultimate truth, compassion, and love for coming through, and mine as well. Also, if you have any questions or anything, all my information is in the description as usual. Otherwise, I will see you in another video. Keep blessing the world with your presence. I'll see you. Hello friend, if you selected pile 2 or this fire opal, then this is going to be just your conversational storytelling reading. So we're leaving this open-ended, as I mentioned before, and my incense is kind of on the low side after pile 1, so halfway through I may light a new stick. But otherwise, I'm just gonna start, I don't know, cleansing the deck, cleansing the space. So I'm gonna tap it to allow the energies of the last pile to leave, and then we're gonna spray the space to cleanse and purify and open intuition. I also just want to apologize in case there's any like background noise going on. I do have a neighbor, I guess, using a table saw. So I want to get started. I kind of want to pull cards actually for you guys, pile 2, just to make an actual like chronology of a storyline. I'm still going to continue to do the shuffling and just look at what cards come up when I cut the deck. So we have the Six of Pentacles, Generosity, and then Judgment, Angel of the Past. I think that you guys have given too much to somebody in the past. I'm feeling a lot that this might be a romantic partner for a lot of you. For others of you, this could be somebody in a workspace. Somebody took advantage of you. I am feeling that we have Ten of Swords endings with the Six of Pentacles, Generosity in reverse. So I think that this is you recognizing where you need to set boundaries better, because Ten of Swords I do see as setting better boundaries. It's showing us where our boundaries make us vulnerable, where a lack of boundaries makes us vulnerable. We have the Emperor here, the Angel of Wisdom. So again, with the Six of Pentacles kind of refusing to go away, I feel like this Six of Pentacles, I'm actually going to pull it out as the start of the journey, and then Judgment as well. Oops. So it's going to go Six of Pentacles, Judgment, Emperor, and then we have the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So I'm going to pull the Ten of Swords out as well. And let's keep shuffling. What happens after the exploitation, after we realize that our boundaries maybe weren't as secure as we thought that they were? Maybe we're overextending ourselves emotionally. Yeah, Eight of Cups, departure, leaving behind emotions, letting our emotional selves teach us where our energy serves us and where it doesn't serve us. Four of Pentacles, control. Maybe somebody was taking money from you. Maybe this was somebody taking your advantage of your body, your physical. Yeah, this Four of Pentacles wants to be out here. Two of Swords, uncertainty. Let's pull the Four of Pentacles out here. Wheel of Fortune, Angel of Destiny, with the Two of Swords. This is spirit taking over. Maybe there was a block put in here, or you had some kind of miraculous thing happen. Let's pull this Two of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune out, because honestly I think that they are part of this story. So it goes Six of Pentacles, Judgment, the Emperor, Ten of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. So you start with being a very generous person, being somebody that everybody can lean on, I feel. Ooh. It's just not what Spirit has aligned for you, because I got the idea of something being backwards. That was the phrasing that I heard. That's why I said ooh as I was shuffling. And we have Page of Pentacles, luck. This, yes, you are a very prosperous person. I feel that a lot of you who are watching this pile, you have abundance of some sort, whether that be emotional abundance or physical abundance, or you're just very beautiful. I do feel that this is more in a romantic context, but for some of you this is going to be work related, because with this exploitation energy I feel that somebody took advantage of you on a financial front or on a kindness. Like somebody was like, oh, you know, this person is so kind, so sweet, so loving, so whatever, you know, they won't mind, and then stabbed you in the back with this Ten of Swords, because the Ten of Swords often shows somebody who's laying down on their back with swords all in their back. So somebody possibly did something to you, but you know, it's not really, I'm not feeling that you're like wanting revenge or anything. I don't think that you're like that. I'm feeling that this person maybe is just young Yeah, Magician. I feel that this is a younger energy, somebody who's just trying to like climb the ladder. They're just trying to get what they need. This person may be kind of like poor, or just wasn't handed a very good lot in life. And so when somebody offers them genuine like compassion and genuine wisdom, love, respect, this person doesn't really know how to handle it. So we're about at the time where I need to relight the incense. So 1 minute. Okay. So I do feel that this lesson in general is surrounding the Emperor card, because I feel that this is you really stepping into your power and, I don't know, I guess embracing more of that like masculine side where you can destroy things that you've created. You can be harsh, you can be firm, but also loving and kind and sweet and all the things that you have been. Because I feel that this is possibly a karmic cycle, especially with Judgment coming out, you recognizing this situation or the energy of this person as something that you've done before. For some of you, this is referring to a short-lived relationship, or a relationship where it was very, like, I don't know, kind and sweet, and maybe a side of this person kind of came out rather suddenly. I feel that this person may have misrepresented themselves. I don't know, they seem, the energy of whoever is on the other side of this story, it seems undeveloped or unaware. This person, yeah, Tower with the Magician, yeah, because we're tapping into this person's energy. This person just, and this is the Angel of Enlightenment on the Tower. This person just does not recognize the spiritual repercussions of their actions. I don't think that this person is very spiritual at all. I feel that they're just trying to navigate the physical world right now and very lost in it. So it's not anything that has to do with you. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. This person just saw you almost as a tool or like a stepping stone to get somewhere else, and they don't really know where they're going. I don't think that there's a really clear goal in mind. With the Ten of Swords and the Four of Pentacles here next to each other, I feel that at some point, after you recognize your own power, you cut things off really quickly and then you take back control. And if this person took things from you, stole things from you, if something is owed to you, because it starts with the Six of Pentacles, you may be giving too much, and then it goes to this Four of Pentacles, you're going to get, basically Spirit's trying to tell you you're going to get what you deserve. Like, you're not going to be left out in the cold with like feeling taken advantage of or anything. And then the Two of Swords and then the Wheel of Fortune together at the end, this is, yes, you not seeing you're not really going to be able to see exactly how Spirit's working right now. They kind of want you to have this air of mystery about things, because these are both two cards that scream mystery, scream fate, scream Spirit is taking care of things for you. There's no need to worry at all. And I mean, the Magician's still here. That's just, manifest what you want. Manifest the outcome of the situation that you want to see. Write it down. Like, ask for it. Make a playlist. Make a Pinterest board. Like, I don't care. Spirit's gonna help you. We have the Hangman, Angel of Prophecy. Yes. So you kind of get to be your own prophet in this situation. If you want like an apology, ask for it. You'll get it. If you want this person to never speak to you again, ask for it. It's more based on your intuition, because I mean, we have 1 and 2. Step 1, step 2, Spirit's gonna do it. Powerful. Somebody has a very powerful spirit guide who's also kind of pissed off at whatever this situation was, but it's honestly filling out some kind of like old weird karmic cycle for this other person. It doesn't really have to do with you. I want to get, because I feel like there are 2 ways that this situation could go, either romance or it's a financial like career thing. I mean, and even the romance thing, like I feel that this person took advantage of you on the physical in some way, so it may have to do with money as well. Indifference, emotional too. This person could have just robbed you emotionally. So I want to get 1 card for the people who are viewing this as a romantic connection and people who are viewing this in more of like a career work situation. So romance, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So that card already came out and it's comfort, but in the reverse. This person, okay. Basically, I have the feeling that some of you are harboring anger surrounding this situation, and you got to do what you can to get that anger out of your body. When you're harboring anger that doesn't have any purpose in the our like physical world, that you can't get out, it's just gonna do detrimental things to your physical processes and emotional processes. Because anger is something, yes, we can use it as a tool, but if we harbor it in our bodies, it just hurts us in the end. So you're gonna have to, I feel like this is more of a prompting to ask you to take more time investing in your own comfort and investing in the things that make you comfortable, because Spirit's gonna handle the rest of the like revenge side, or like giving this person what they deserve. In terms of a career, Page of Wands in reverse, ideas. Okay, this is more in terms of you. You're going to need to focus on yourself and your own abundance and the ideas that Spirit is bringing to you to like pursue other routes of abundance. So like basically what's happening is, yeah, maybe this like crappy situation just happened to you in like a work sphere, or just, you know, this person maybe take advantage of you, but you're going to be given the go on other things, just taking the inspiration that you've got from the emotions that you had before. But also I think that it is Spirit pushing you in a new direction and giving you that like promise of abundance. So you're going to get recognized in work if that's something that you've been looking for. You're going to also, with the Page of Wands, that this can talk about moving, getting an opportunity somewhere that you weren't expecting, things like that. I want to close out your reading, pile 2, with some of the Dream Interpretation Oracle cards. So I'm seeing wedding and wealth. So 2 rings actually. So if you're, okay, if this is a romantic situation, I feel that you are definitely like looking towards, that's why you didn't accept this from this person. I feel that you knew like, oh, well, this person is not at my level. Like, it's more knowing your worth. I feel like this was a discovery of self-worth for you, especially with the Emperor coming out. The Emperor is wise. The Emperor knows like their worth. They know like, okay, I'm the shit. Like this person does not know who they're dealing with. But we got the 2 rings, so let's see. I want to do it again, kind of split between career, so like what's coming out for you financially, and then romantically, and it could be both, honestly, if you've been taken advantage of in many places. But romance, we have obedience. I'll show you. And then in a career, we have books. Yeah, I feel for some of you, this may be a relationship that even though you knew that this person wasn't good for you, it hurts. It hurts to kind of listen to Spirit and allow yourself to move on and understand that you're too good for this situation, because this person, you had to have like cared about them on some level to allow them to be close enough to take advantage of you, or like have access to things that you care about, you know what I mean? And so this obedience, I want to read the other like keywords for this card, but with obedience, I am seeing that this is you reluctantly deciding to head in a different direction. So let's look at the other keywords for card 7, obedience. Restriction, duty, leadership, ethics, call to action, rebellion. Yeah, you are really, you have something beautiful on the horizon. You are deserved this and you're owed this, and this is you saying, you know what, I'm not gonna, I feel like this person being brought into your life by your spirit guides was almost like a test, like, oh, are you gonna accept this really bad stuff that you had in the past? Like, are you gonna accept somebody treating you like this again? And you were quick to be like, no, and tell this person, like, walk away, even though it was something that you did want, and it's like the emotional side of you very much was invested, and that's why this hurts. And similarly, in a career sense, like it's the same situation, just mirrored and with different like details. So if this is something that is talking about your career, we have the card books. So books, doing your research, and paired with the Page of Wands, I feel that this is you sitting down, and if you write, for some of you this is going to be writing down a lot of the thoughts that Spirit is communicating to you. For others of you, this is maybe keeping a record, like I had the phrase on the books put here, so like writing down exactly your like emotional experience, your physical experience. This could also be writing a review for somebody if you're working with a company or like a person, I don't know, some kind of reputation change for this person, that maybe how their karma is coming in. This could also be social media stuff, so because social media is almost like a book or like an encyclopedia or something, documenting your experience or recognizing that your experience may be similar to other people's, connecting with other people as well could be something. So, and again, I'm seeing this Saturn energy right here. Yeah, this person, Saturn rules our karma. So this person, you don't have to worry at all. You don't have to worry at all. That's all I'm gonna say to you. If this is financial, you're gonna get what you deserve. You're gonna get back everything that you've been putting in terms of financial abundance, so don't worry at all. Otherwise, this is all I'm getting for you, pile 2. I hope that this resonated. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I want to thank your guides of higher wisdom, alignment, compassion, and truth for coming through, and mine as well. Otherwise, I will see you in another video. All of my personal information is in the description. Continue blessing other people and sharing your gift and your presence with the world. I'll see you in another video. Hello friends, if you selected pile 3 or this snowflake obsidian, then this is going to be our conversational kind of plotline story reading. So I wanted to tell a story today using cards and just describe to you a circumstance, a life situation, just kind of what you're going through in terms of if life was a movie, if life was a story, what the plot would be. Oh, okay, I want to warn you before I start shuffling, there is for some reason just helicopters like circling around and stuff, so if there's any background noise that is like, I don't know, there, it's beyond my control. But more or less, we're starting with Justice and the 4 of Cups. Four of Cups, again, this is important. So we're gonna start our journey at the 4 of Cups, which revealed the 5 of Cups. So this is recognizing that we're in a place that is stagnant, seeing that possibly the fruits of our past actions are causing us to be in an undesirable place in life, because with that Justice, I am seeing that. Again, there's a lot of mental energy with the swords coming out, because the Justice card has the sword, Queen of Swords has a sword, obviously, but there's this like cutting energy, this mental tension, chaos that is happening, that is leaking into the emotional self, and maybe the emotional self, it's kind of like feeding back and forth between the emotional self and the mental body. So that indifference, I'm going to pull the Queen of Swords out actually, because I feel that that is the second step in your journey at this time. The Queen of Swords, I feel, is an energy that is with you. It may even be a spirit guide actually, that is pointing you in the right direction, showing you where you need to go. The Queen of Swords also here is independence. It goes independence and or indifference and then independence. But I feel that it's kind of like not caring, feeling this like emotional numbness and shut off because you don't want to look back and see how your emotional self, 5 of Cups, sadness, how your emotional self has contributed to this. Because the 4 and then the 5, it's like the numbness, the indifference, the, oh, that doesn't even, I don't care about that, and then moving into the, oh, I actually do really care about that, and then having to purge the emotions, seeing where you've come in the past, maybe focusing a little bit too much on the past. And then 6 of Cups is nostalgia. So I'm just showing the progression, I guess, because I was drawn to that card in my mind as well. But Knight of Wands coming out. Action. Seeing how maybe you've misrepresented yourself in the past, and that's kind of contributing to where you're at this moment. The Queen of Swords is also somebody coming into themselves, seeing their own strength. Five of Cups, I'm just going to pull it out because it keeps coming out. And then we have Justice again. So Justice in reverse. Maybe you didn't invest properly in yourself, or you weren't focused on the right things in the past, because we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and this is abundance. So maybe this is you slacking off on a certain job, slacking off in work, spiritual work, yes, inner work, shadow work. It's also Nine of Pentacles, not taking care of your physical self well enough, maybe not having gratitude for the things that you should have had gratitude for. And not to say that there's any should have or would have, could have, you know, but recognizing that the gratitude that we have also brings in the abundance. I want to pull actually this Nine of Pentacles and add it to our story that we're telling. So we also have Judgment here. Let's shuffle again. Judgment and Justice. I like those cards together. It's showing us how, with the Justice card, things have to even out. And specifically in this one, there's one thing on one side. It may seem small, may seem insignificant, but it's an offering. And on the other side, there's nothing, but it still balances out, because it is done with the intention that things are going to stay balanced. I feel, especially for you, this is waking up to your darker side, waking up to the side of you that may be a little bit colder, unfeeling, because of this Queen of Swords energy and the indifference coming out as well. Three of Pentacles, action. Seeing that the actions that you take are going to have the results. Justice is showing us that there are results for every action that we take. There's always a light and a dark to each thing that we go through in life. And the Justice card is really wanting to stay out here, I guess. King of Cups, commitment. This may be you seeing your old version of yourself. I feel that when you were much younger, you were a very emotionally intense person, or you just had a lot to give to people. You showed people that regardless of what they were giving you, you were going to give all of yourself. And I feel that that drained you, and that's why I'm feeling that you're very jaded, that there is a certain amount of like your emotional self or your relationship self. The part of you that wants to give and receive love is kind of blocked right now. So let's pull this King of Cups out. Ah, I told you. Whoa, I just dove. Six of Cups. This card definitely wanted to come out. We have the 4, the 5, and the 6 of Cups. This is you definitely going through the Suit of Cups. You are understanding your emotional self much more through this. 10 of Swords, endings. You're shedding. I'm getting the vision of a snake shedding its skin. You're shedding a version of yourself, and I feel that you're just tired of the emotional back and forth, the emotional chaos. Justice came back out again. Justice definitely needs to be out here, because this has been the mood for the whole reading. 3 of Pentacles again, action. The deck really wants you to see that you're setting a foundation for something here. The foundation that you've already set as well in your past, this King of Cups self, this self that is an emotional provider, is one that was there for a reason. And you're gonna have to be this King of Cups for yourself. Provide yourself with that emotional stability, because 6 of Cups here is support in this deck. This is where you recognize, and nostalgia, again, you look back at the past version of yourself that was able to feel fulfilled, that was romanticized every situation in life. I feel that you were somebody that, I don't know, you almost were like really involved in like aesthetics or something. Like, I'm thinking of that time period in like 2013, 2014, where like everybody was on Tumblr and like everybody was drawing like infinities and arrows and like peace signs and all those like cliche things, but it was very like hippie-esque, and it was also like had to do with the subconscious, the psyche of humanity, of the collective, seeing that our fears and our doubts are all very similar. I want you to think back to that version of yourself, that 2013, 2014 version of you, regardless of how old you were. I just want you to think to, well, this is going to be a different timing for each of us, but at the time that I'm filming this in August 2020, this is going to be 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Just think back to that version of you, how much you loved, what you loved, how you expressed that, your emotional self, where you thought you were going. Sun. In reverse, but it's still the Sun card because we're shuffling. Nothing's really reversed or upright. But this is you seeing where you want to go, seeing how your current circumstances, you're going to be able to look back at this time right now the same way that you're looking back on 2013, 2014, thinking of your old self. Seeing that Spirit's always going to provide you. The Sun is a provider. I feel that there is some amount of like masculine energy that you need to embrace within yourself to see yourself as a provider, see yourself as capable. Now, I want to know where this journey ends for you. So before I shuffle again, we have the Knight of Cups, which is spirituality, and Page of Wands, which says ideas. Both of these I see as investing in your spiritual self, but in different ways. The Knight of Cups is investing in your spirituality in a more outward way, in an expression of emotions. So I'm actually going to pull these two and kind of be done with the shuffling. Because this is you investing in your own cup, putting things into your own spiritual self and recognizing where your emotional needs, desires, fulfillment is going to come from and how you're going to get that, and be your own advocate emotionally. Recognize that past versions of yourself are not weak. They're not over emotional. You knew what you wanted. You knew that you could get what you needed from people, and you maybe were naive, vulnerable, but that doesn't matter. You invested in life and invested in your emotional self, and you chased after it and said, no, I am going to love regardless of what people do to me. The Page of Wands is an interesting way to end this as well, because the Page of Wands is the only fire energy that has come forward. I feel that you are much more of like a water, air sign, and so this fire energy may be something that's kind of unfamiliar to you, but it is a way to push you in this lifetime. Spirit, again, with the Page of Wands, page is that mental process before it comes out. It's not something that everybody in your life is going to know that is happening for you, but you're going to know that something is transforming within you. Because I feel that this Page of Wands with the word ideas here is somebody who chases after their ideas and lets their ideas marinate. Lets their ideas be almost like their secrets, their personal, I'm getting the word diary of experience. And I feel that there is some way that you can do something kind of like personal, something that only you can see, but it's going to be a collection of your own like pursuits. So maybe even documenting your emotions somewhere. It's just to see that arc of passion for you. So like, you know, when you look back through and you see like something that you wrote when you were a kid, or you see old pictures of you and you're like, wow, I wonder what that version of me was thinking. I feel that you are going to want to document this experience because this time in your life is very foundational in terms of other emotional selves that you're going to have in the future. I feel that this may be a period of time in your life where it may be the last period of time in your life where you're truly single. And so that's also why Spirit's calling you to, number one, invest in your spirituality and do it openly. Number two, get in touch with have a little relationship with yourself. Because I'm seeing this as you having your own personal, private relationship with yourself where you share certain things with yourself that you're not going to share with anyone else. I want to close this out with some dream interpretation oracle cards because I feel that this was pretty clear and concise. What's the emotional self of pile 3 trying to communicate to them? What is being said? What do they need to know? One card. Mountain. Card 25. seeing that you are at the bottom of a journey. Again, Three of Pentacles. I wish I had pulled it out when it came out before. But this person is looking, and it's very hazy up here. It's very dreamlike. Like, you can't even have a clear concept at all of what is in the future, but you know that it's there. You know that you're headed that direction. And I also feel called to the person's kind of demeanor. They are maybe a little tired, maybe a little old with this white hair, but they know what they're doing. They know that they have magic in them. This is a wizard, so they know that they have manifesting power. They know that things are ultimately going to go their way. But I feel that this mountain is it's a trial of your emotions, and so you know that your emotional self only can get stronger. There's no going backwards, and you have this beautiful foundation of you being that King of Cups, you having that really balanced emotional self that it has existed, and it does exist somewhere. It's just maybe not in touch with you at this moment. So I think that's all I'm getting for you, pile 3. I want to thank you so much. I was very honored to read for you. I want to thank your guides of higher alignment, wisdom, compassion, all of that, and mine as well. And all of my information will be in the description as usual. Otherwise, I will see you in another video. So keep blessing the world.